Well, surprise, surprise. We are here this time. We are really revving it up tonight during the Cruise Crew Live hashtag rally here at PJNET. And we just heard from Natalie, Texas, who was active in South Carolina, boots on the ground. But we're not done because we have the Twitter rock star, the social media rock star, the greatest cruise enthusiast on the planet is up in South Carolina right now. We've got him on the phone. His name is John King, but you know him on Twitter as Proud Black Republican, spelled with most of the vowels missing. So, hey, John, sorry I couldn't take your call earlier. Thanks for being so patient with us. Dude, you are amazing. You just go to South Carolina, and what do? You hook up with a campaign, or you just go down to the street corner and stand on your soapbox? How do you make it all happen, man?
Well, both, Mark. I came from Naples, Florida, and I talked to a few cruise organizers, and it wasn't a thought, no question. I just wanted to hop in my car and go. And when I get here, I work with the cruise organizers, and sometimes I just get on the street corners and just go alone at it, because I am especially want to go in that minority neighborhood as well. So I'm trying to hit all aspects, of the campaigns, and we are really getting it done.
So I bet you meet some interesting people. First, let's talk about the friendlies. You meet some nice people with the cruise campaign, I bet.
Right, absolutely. We got have folks here all across the country, all across America. They're here. We are strong. We are determined. We are organized. We are relentless. And, of course, we have fun. And it's just amazing, the humbleness of the people. They just want to get it done, want to get cruise elected. We all realize, we cruise or we lose, period. So folks are just determined. Phone calls are just coming in all day, all night, wanting to help out, wanting to know what can I do. We even have some folks calling and say, hey, I have a vacation home there. If you need someone to stay here, I have a vacation home here on Head Island, South Carolina. All over Carolina, folks calling in to, they're sending in money. Everything anyone can do, they are doing it. They are determined. They know that this election, it just says it all. So we are relentless. We are determined. Anything anyone can do, I urge you to do it. Talk to your friends. Talk to your families. Don't think, well, he's not gonna or she's not gonna vote for Cruz. He or she is stuck on Marco or Trump or anyone else. Try it. You never know what would happen. You have to let them know what's important here, what's at stake here.
Well, I guess also in traveling around with the campaign, you get to see some of the celebrities as well.
Oh, absolutely. Today I saw Glenn Beck. And I just posted some pictures here on my Facebook page. He had a speaking engagement here at the Beacon restaurant. So I was on my way, me and another cruiser, we were on our way to the restaurant when these two SUVs passed us. They were black Chevy SUVs, and they passed us. Mm-hmm. So we saw them. I have tinted windows on my SUV, and of course their windows are tinted as well. So there were people over there, we were peeping at them. So we were like, who are these guys? So, I have my vehicle all decorated with my cruise gear, and, I have 4 flags on it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I don't know if they thought I was, bringing Ted with me, but actually we ended up at the same place where Glenn was actually speaking. Mm-hmm. So he pulled up in front of us, and, of course, with his security, we couldn't get near him. Mm-hmm. But, in all actuality, he's just a great guy. He looked over at my vehicle, we looked over at him, and I just threw my hands up and waved at him, and then he went in the building. And so we were just out, talking to the people and passing out cruise gear. It was awesome. That's all I can say. I can't even put it into words.
Well, John, for most of us, it's just not possible to pull up roots and go and do like you're doing. But you're doing this without any funding. You're doing this on your own, and how are you able to do that?
Well, I can't say that
you're independently wealthy, right? You drew all the money out of your 401k.
Oh no. Um, well, it's a sacrifice. Mark, you do you have to do you do what you have to do, to make this happen. You know, you see the state of the economy. You see that we have a president that really don't, care about, this country. So when you have a true conservative, like Ted Cruz come along, and then you're willing to do whatever it takes, to make sure he gets elected. I do quite well, financially for myself, so I'm able to do this. But
Well,
everyone can't do this. But you don't have to have a lot of money to do this. You can sacrifice your time, or you can just tell your family and friends, just different stuff like that. And I also want to put it out that I am single as well, so I can travel like this without having.
Now, what states have you been to thus far?
South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama. I have family in New York.
So this is the first state
Tennessee.
You've been to that there's a primary that's right around the corner.
Right, absolutely.
Is there a difference in the way people feel up there? I mean, is it different?
It is different, Mark. It's like people know that this is the election. In South Carolina, they really have to come out. They really have to show support. They really have to be relentless. Just to come out and say, hey, I understand what's at stake here. I understand that I need to sacrifice. So, the people that we're talking to, they're like, hey, Cruz is our guy. We even talk to some folks that say, hey, Trump was my guy, but I understand, he's not the one that, that can run this country at the time that, we need everything to be, hey, A-okay. And they're thinking like, Cruz is the one, Cruz is the walking constitution of this. Cruz is the only true conservative that's in this race that can take this country where we need to be at.
John, when we talked last time, you mentioned that you bravely, courageously, or stupidly, whatever you want to call it, go into minority neighborhoods, and that's a place where the Cruz message is not likely to be heard a lot if you weren't taking it there. Are there some people that are connecting with the idea that Cruz is all about enabling everybody to fulfill the opportunity of the American dream, or are they totally brainwashed?
Well, Mark, that's a really good question. On my way here, I stopped. I don't choose neighborhoods. In my traveling, I just look at an area and I say, hey, I really need to go over there. So I have my signs on my car. I have my cruise gear on, and I posted some pictures of that as well at the neighborhood that I stopped at. I was talking to 3 African American guys, and they said that they do not like Hillary, they do not like Bernie Sanders, and they want someone that can just hear them out. And I get the same stories, Mark, that, we're not hearing the message. Why won't they come in the neighborhood? We hear it from guys like some folks like you, who look like us, but, the Republicans and conservatives, we're not hearing it. The only thing they're hearing the messages, from their family as being as Democrats, or what they see on CNN.
Right. Right. Well, John, I can't tell you how grateful we are to you for your bravery and for your courage and for your representation, because the positive message of the Cruz campaign is for the benefit of all Americans, not just this group or that group. It's for all Americans, prosperity for all. This is a country that was founded on that principle, and Ted Cruz adheres to that and advocates that and sacrifices himself politically in pursuit of that. He doesn't sell out. So thank you so much for your representation, and thank you for sharing your experience with us, because we all can't do what you're doing, but we are so proud of you, and we encourage you, and we hope to hear from you from time to time.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, PJNET. Thank you, Cruz Crew. Stay the course, and one more thing, you cannot lose with Ted Cruz.
Well put.